su declaración, doy la palabra a la delegación de la República de Corea.
Thank you, Mr. President. At the outset, I also thank SG and Cha for the timely briefing and welcome the representative of Ukraine, His Excellency Prime Minister Sviridenko. Mr. President, we return once again to this august chamber under grim circumstances to discuss the most recent appalling attack against civilians and civilian infrastructures in Ukraine. For months, we have witnessed an expansion of heavy air attacks and again urgently called for a cessation of hostilities in Ukraine. However, these calls are again being ignored as the Russian Federation continues to scale up its expansive drone and missile strikes on heavily populated civilian targets. The Republic of Korea condemns Russia's escalating attacks on civilian infrastructure. In the early hours of Thursday morning, Russia launched yet another disturbing drone and missile assault on high-rise residential buildings, educational institutions, and civilian transport as Kiev and other cities slept, killing at least 19, 4 of whom were children, and injuring over 60 others. And in addition to targeting Ukraine civilians and civilian infrastructure, Thursday's attacks also hit the EU mission and British Council. My delegation categorically condemns all such attacks on diplomatic and consular premises, which are contrary to international law and global norms. Thursday's attacks, carried out with nearly 600 drones and 31 missiles, represented Russia's deadliest attacks on Ukraine since July, as well as the second largest air assault since this illegal war began. These attacks represent clear violation of international humanitarian law. Civilians must be always protected and should never be targeted. Yet this recurrent and bloody scenario continues to play out weekly, shattering lives, families, and communities. They also exemplify again the urgency of ending this protracted horror. Mr. President, under this troubling backdrop, the Republic of Korea once again implores an immediate, full, and unconditional cessation of all hostilities. We continue to be supportive of all key diplomatic efforts to halt the bloodshed and end this war without further delay, and reiterate our deep appreciation for U.S. efforts toward this end. However, the continuing Russian attacks on Ukraine, such as Thursday morning's shocking barrage, not only threaten ongoing common global peace efforts, they directly undermine them. In this connection, my government is concerned about ongoing Russian-North Korean military cooperation that is exacerbating the severity and the scope of this war and its bleak ramifications, not only for Ukraine civilians, but also for peace and security in both the European and Asian regions. Mr. President, all parties must take swift and concrete steps toward an end of war agreement in line with the Security Council Resolution 2774 to ensure a lasting peace between Russia and Ukraine. For its part, the Republic of Korea reaffirms its guiding commitment to ending this war and standing with the Ukrainian peoples as they rebuild their country and chart a brighter, more secure future. I thank you, Mr. President.
Agradezco a la delegación de la República de Corea su declaración. Doy la palabra a la delegación de China.
主席，首先我要祝贺巴拿马即将完成本月安理会轮值主席的工作，并预祝韩国担任下月轮值主席一切顺利。我感谢。